Johnny. This is Johnny's belated birthday present. Yeah, that's me, Lena Jane, live in concert, right. This was Johnny's idea. We have millions of live recordings of me and my band playing in all the New York City clubs. This particular one was Kenny's Castaways back in 1990. When was it, John? And this is us rocking out. Here's the bootleg cover. Stay well. This song is called "You Never Really Knew Me Very Well." Okay, this show was March 31st, 2001. Johnny, you're just so happy. I love these tapes. This shows what an amazing live performer Lena is. Well, and these are all my songs. Honey, don't Johnny, hey, no, I never wanted to make you cry. So this was a very small band, just me on guitar, Chris on bass, and Joe on drums. We had many different drummers. This was Joe. You don't know what I've been going through. So I shouldn't wreck it. My voice sounds really good on this tape. It was a good concert, right? Yeah. I don't wanna have to try to know. You wanna play the whole show? I do. If you want to break it up, we can have sex in between and put on the second half later. All right. You're gonna find somebody else someday. I always wished I had a girl backup singer for those harmonies. Yeah. You get the chills. I get the chills listening to her. People, this is John. You have to see her rocking those clubs. This girl was on fire. She was girl on fire. So anyway, think about it. This tape was made right before September 11th. Like a couple months later, the Twin Towers were going to go down. Right. And the city was really not the same for a long time. You know, the clubs really tapered off, and there was a real dry spell of activity after that. And right here, we were really getting our second wind. This band was really taking off nicely. This was really my second incarnation of this band. The early band that I started in 1992 of my original material for Gate 18. That's when we were almost signed to Capitol Records. And then that didn't work out. John tells me now that I had no idea how close I was to being signed. I had a feeling. Who's singing with me there, Chris? Yeah, listen to Chris. Chris was doing them harmonies. He sounded great, right? Yeah. Yeah, Chris, for anyone who doesn't know, Chris is the guy I'm married to right now. He's a great bass player. He used to be Stuart Sutcliffe when John knew him. And Chris, I met him because I auditioned bass. I was auditioning bass players.
The next song, I haven't done this song in a long time. Weezer, I'm going to dedicate it to my dear best friend Weezer. I wrote this song a few years ago. Oh, by the way, the name of this band is Gate 18. And thank you for joining us this evening. One of our favorite clubs to play, Kenny's Castaways. This was dedicated to an old landlord of mine.
Oh, Landlord. Oh, I love this song. Don't turn it off. Come on, it's fun.
Thank you.
Landlord. This must be the fast version. If we played it in 2001.
Let's go. One.
Because there's a slow version of this too. Yeah, this is the fucking original version of Landlord. Because later on we really slowed it down.
My landlord, he's afraid of his wife, and that's too bad, 'cause she ain't too nice. Her long red nails, her spandex pants. She'll make him jump and she'll make him dance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
My landlord is another threat. That road's gonna give him a heart attack. And if I could him, if I had my say, I'd scream in his face, run away, run away. Oh, landlord. Oh, honey. Run back in.
This was about my actual landlord.
My landlord seems nice enough, but I guess he thinks that he's in love with that fucking bitch with that ball and chain. It seems she's driven him out to say no. What could he have done to deserve this fate? Is there any way
Can make his escape.
he just seems so hopeless?
Yeah, we were a rockin' band.
He's no really worth it. At what cost?
You're a hell of a songwriter, honey. Hell of a performer. I enjoyed it.
He's afraid of his wife, and that's too bad. She ain't too nice. Her long red pants, her spandex pants. She'll make him jump and she'll make him dance. Oh, landlord.
Nobody does spoken word like Lena. It sounded a little like David Byrne there, didn't it? Afraid of his wife, my landlord. He's afraid of his wife, my landlord. He's afraid of his wife, my landlord. He's afraid of his wife. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Landlord, oh honey. I said, landlord, oh honey. Run like hell. Sounds great, Johnny. Run like hell. I'm glad you made me do this. I want to remind you who you are. This is who you are. This girl was up on that stage with a keyboard, with a guitar, with a harmonica strapped around her neck, like a fucking one-woman band. Well, let's give props to of course, the bass and the guitar and the drums, but, you know, my God. Here's a good one. This is First Time Offender. Yeah.
What would it sound like without you? You know what I mean?
I just want to remind her who this girl is. She seems to forget, you know, crying through physical therapy and exactly who she is. I know who I am. I'm the fucking bitch hitting all the wrong notes on that. Hitting all the wrong notes on that guitar right there. That was my Epiphone, right? Yeah. This one's a little bit tell you anyhow. This one's sneaky, right, John? Yeah, this is a sneaky one. So what do you want to do today? You want to do some mushrooms with you, John? Is that what's on the menu? Are we doing mushrooms today? Yeah, I think it's a good day for it. All right, honey, I'm down. I'm gonna do them mushrooms with you. Sounds great. Have a nice seafood lunch later. All right, fresh scallops. Yum yum. Yum yum. Eat them up. Eat them up. Well, Christopher's naked, so we have to put the camera to the ceiling. All right. Well, Johnny, what do you want to do today? Well, we could have worked on that painting, but I don't really feel like it. I want to let it go one more day, the colors that it's at now. Alright. Don't seem fair, and it's just not right. Well, I want to thank you for getting out the CD player. I know that you were putting that off, and I don't know why.
It was pretty easy to set up.
Yeah, it was simple to set up. Well, don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. She can't wait to turn it off. Well, I'm trying to talk with this going on. All right. Hold on. That was a nice note right there. See, I don't want you to turn it off. Yeah, all right. Please! I can't even hit it. Police! Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Gonna do some micro dosing today, and I need it real bad, 'cause I got a phone call today. Hit the pause. I got a phone call, drove me nuts, so I need mushrooms to help me out. All right. You want to talk about the phone call? No, not really. Her biological mother called her this morning. Right, and I automatically, she never calls, so I thought somebody was dead. And John doesn't tell me everything, so I was like, is my father dead? Is that what happened? Did he die? Because I was, I'm not going to the funeral. I mean, oh, God.
You can have the wake over here. Bring them all here.
Oh my God, Haley's coming over.
Yeah, right.
Bring some rice so we can vomit. Yeah.
Here's some oat milk toddies for everyone.
Yeah, oat milk toddies on the house. Listen, so no one's dead. That's the bottom line. Nobody was dead. She was just, my biological mother was calling and it sounded like she had been crying, but it didn't sound like real. And I know her. The crying thing, it doesn't really work for me with her because I've seen so many crocodile tears from that woman. But maybe she was having pangs of self-pity, which that I believe, right? Feeling like I have this daughter who doesn't talk to me, it's not right, and it's like, I got nothing to say to you, honey. I got nothing to say to you. She starts like talking about COVID and everything that and saying she misses me and loves me. It doesn't ring true to me. She feels sorry for herself because we don't have a relationship, and it's it's got to be difficult for a mother to have to realize that she's kind of barking up the wrong tree. So where you left off, how do you feel? I feel like it left off the only place it could. I said, well, you're feeling bad right now, but you made a choice. And your choice essentially was the final blow was that they picked somebody to be their new daughter rather than, it just was so insulting the way everything went down at the very end of that relationship. What can I say? My younger brother, both of my brothers always married these really weird, insane women, and that seemed to be a pattern for both of them, but it's not surprising because they didn't really have terrific role models for women in their life. They didn't. So they didn't know how to go about finding a stable woman, and neither one of them did. And I am not saying, as their sister, the middle child between two really insane brothers. I'm sorry. They're all needed help psychologically. I went and looked for help psychologically from an early age. I went out there. I was talking to guidance counselors when I was a kid. I was like, please, somebody talk to me because something's wrong and I'm fucked up. Help me. But that's not something anybody in my biological family ever did for themselves. I did. And I'm not lording it over them, but I had key, and then I went and I did like a course in psychology. I was always searching for that kind of healing. What's going to make sense to me at this point? Because I don't feel good in the nucleus of this family. I do not feel well. And everyone else seems to think that, everyone in this family seems fine with what's happening here. Mm-hmm. Very good, Lena. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So so you felt that, I can honestly tell you as an objective observer that your mother always picked everyone over you, and so did your father. They favored everyone that your brothers brought home. Every woman that was ever brought into that house was treated like some kind of queen, and you were always like little Lindy-rella in the corner who kind of got talked down to and talked over. Mm-hmm. And by the end of it, you'd had enough of it, especially when the flashbacks came and you started to realize exactly why you were kind of like the outcast in your family. You were the outcast in your family because looking at you brought too much guilt and self-awareness to them, and they didn't want any part of that. The king, your mother and father were the king and the queen of absolute denial, right? Absolute and utter denial and fabrication and illusion, right, as to what was going on in that household, right? Not to mention severe addiction and alcoholism also. Throw that in the mix, and that's always a fun thing. But Lena, you were great this morning because your mother dialed your number and you didn't pick it up in time. You looked and saw that it was them. You have not spoken to her in several years, and you decided, well, I'm going to call back because you were curious to see why exactly she was calling you, right? Yes, and actually, yes, I was like, I felt strong. You felt strong enough. That's what I wanted you to say. You felt strong enough to hear her voice and to stand up to her and give back her nonsense that she tries to throw into your lap, namely guilt. Right? And as it turned out, I hung up because I don't feel like talking about COVID, and I don't feel like hearing her bullshit stories about, anything. I didn't yell. No, she did great. Chris, wouldn't you say so?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't get excited. Your blood pressure did not go up. No, my blood pressure did not go up. For the first time since talking to my mother, my blood pressure remained stable. I didn't feel that horrible feeling in my brain and the headache. It was amazing. Yeah. It was good news all around. Remember, Lena, God does not give us more than we can handle. And today was your day to talk to Mommy Dearest and for her to hear your voice. The voice of a very strong, stable, healthy young woman who's working her way back from a very difficult and painful recovery and rehabilitation. Through, I should say. Now, that was another very telling thing when she asked, she just wanted, to know, well, did she ask you how you were? She sort of did, but then I said, well, I'm still not walking. I'm in a wheelchair. All right, Chris, have a nice tea this morning. Say hello to your father.
Oh.
I said, I'm still in a wheelchair and I still have not regained full use of my arms and hands. I'm still recovering from the spinal cord injury. And my biological mother's answer to that was, oh, you're not feeling well? Oh, gee, as if she didn't know that I have been that I was nearly paralyzed and wheelchair bound since 2017. Easter Sunday, to be exact. It's like, where the fuck have you been, lady? Like, here's the point. She's got a head up her ass, and she always has. And you were absolutely right. Now, even though the phone call was less than civil this morning, it was bizarre, to tell you the truth. Oh, good morning, Kennedy. Kennedy's here. Hey. even though the conversation was less than friendly, you kept it cordial before you hung up, right? And now the most important thing to her is that your mother can go back to her friends and say, oh, Lynn is speaking to me now. Right. That's all she ever cared about, is how she looked to other people. She did not give a shit about my feelings. Not ever, not once. And she doesn't now. So it was very strange to hear from her this morning. And it's like all this shit is happening. Shit. Let's play a little bit more of that. Again, this is our recording from March 2001. Kenny's Castaways in New York City. Lena and Gate 18. Rocking out at Kenny's Castaways. Dude, that's me on guitar, man. Playing that shit. Playing my Epiphone. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Hear my story, but I'm gonna tell you anyhow. You know what's funny, John? The name of this song is First Time Offender. And then I can't talk and hear that at the same time. It's insane. The name of my song is First Time Offender. A real cool bluesy jazzy number, right? And here we are talking about my mother, who's always, her mantra is always, it's not my fault. That didn't happen. It's not my fault. Well, I know something really bad happened to me when I was real small. And I don't know. I kind of think that was your fault, kind of, Ma. Because, you know, you were supposed to be around. And that's the biggest problem of this whole situation, is that woman refuses to acknowledge that this is what fucking happened. I asked her and my father to go to therapy with me. I was willing to forgive. They didn't want any part of it. We don't talk about the past, we move on. No, we don't move on. We don't move on when you're getting fucking raped when you're a little baby. We don't move on. We get fucked up. We spend the whole rest of our life getting fucked up and losing every opportunity that could have been mine. No, it's just not right! Put yourself in my shoes, lady. Have a little pity on me. Yeah, and her whole life that fucking lady is yelling, why doesn't anyone feel sorry for me? I'm the mommy. I'm a hardworking, you're not a hardworking mommy. You sat on your ass your whole fucking life watching soap operas. I was out working fucking 3 jobs. Damn right I'm mad.
Thank you very much. A little bit of a,
Oh, I feel sick to my stomach right now because she called. You gotta get it out of your system. Oh. That crazy bitch is not gonna ruin our day, Lena. I got news for you. I don't think so either, but I don't feel good now. I want to turn it off. Not just yet. Don't you want to do a musical outro? No, why not? Because she makes you lose any kind of joy that you feel in life. You were just so happy at the beginning of this recording. You didn't face up to it. But Lena, you know what? Now you're facing up to it. How angry she still makes you. She still makes you so angry. And the thing is, you maintained your calm very much with her on the phone this morning. I would like to see how long that call clocked in before she got on your nerves, though, and before you had to hang up. Yeah, it wasn't long. Chris says it was under 10, 15 minutes. It was not 10 minutes. No, I didn't think so. But this explosion you just had just now, yeah. That's what you usually would do on the phone with her, but you didn't do it. And no, I didn't. So it was like a delayed reaction. But you just have to breathe a little bit, honey.
I guess, I don't know.
And I want you to listen to the girl on that recording at Kenny's Castaways. Laughing and talking to the crowd. Drinking. Yeah, of course drinking. You're in a bar. Everybody there is drinking. It's okay. You were a working girl, honey. You were a working girl. Yeah, bar sounds fun. Yeah. Those were the days, huh? So many people there. I was smoking then, too. You can hear me on stage smoking.
Bar set.
Smoke.
Single set. Single bar set.
The single bar set. What am I going to do now? And that's me on harmonica, too.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He likes his women stupid. Yeah. That's my country number. Again, this is just a 3-piece band. Me on guitar and harmonica, Christopher on bass, Joe on drums.
Oh, there she stands, ovation.
Across that smoky bar, she can barely form a thought, much less a sentence. Zones in for the kill, he's been struck again by Cupid. Hot damn, he likes his women stupid. She's all tits and ass and hair, all empty vacant stare, and a pretty smile as long as he is buying. And the more brain dead, the better. She's all about a me in a skin tight sweater. He'll run like hell soon as she starts crying. I said, hey boy, what else can you do? It's so obvious that the brainy girls are such a threat to you. Would you entertain the thought or the possibility of the challenge of a woman with an IQ over 3? She's just barely legal, so he eyes her like an eagle, 'cause tonight he knows he's gonna get him some. And the trick is to keep her drinking, 'cause by now his dick is doing all the thinking. He'll worry about tomorrow when it comes. Yee-hoo! There you go, Lena. There's my Lena. Oh. I love this song, by the way. Thank you. You wrote it for another drummer you had. Yeah, I did. Mike. My very first drummer with him. Hey, boy. What else can you do? Obvious that the brainy girls are such a threat to you. Would you entertain the thought or the possibility? Challenge of a woman. IQ over 3. She is a vision across that smoky bar. She can barely form a thought, much less a sentence. So he's hunting for the kill. He's been struck again by Cupid. He likes his women stupid. So he's hunting for the kill. He's been struck again by Cupid. Hot damn, he likes his women stupid. Yee-hoo. He likes his women stupid. Yee-haw. He likes his women stupid. Woo-hoo. Yeah, now you can go. All right. Thank you.